Okay, this is really weird. Yeah, because this is weird doing a recording and a live stream at the same time. It's kind of weird, but for some reason I have the feeling I give a little bit more fucks about quality when it comes to YouTube. So the thing what I want to do here right now is, I mean, if you're sitting here on the live stream, you see it already since a fucking hour. By the way, I have dropped frames. That kind of makes me angry. Fuck live streaming. But yeah, we're gonna watch the frigging Nintendo E3 press conference of 2007. And in case you were not alive in 2007, or in case you don't remember it, because let's be honest, there's nothing of remembrance or whatever in that freaking conference. Yeah, the Nintendo conferences, especially during the mid 2000s or until mid till end 2000s, are pretty bad. This is when Nintendo actually decided to throw away their hardcore fan base and replace them with casuals. We all know what happened after the switch to the Wii U. That pretty much no one of the casuals continue to buy their consoles. So I would say let's go straight into this. If I freaking ignore the chat, I'm sorry. The chance is high that I'm gonna ignore you. And it will probably happen a lot that I stop the video and everything to make a few comments. But yeah, welcome to the Nintendo press conference of fucking 2007. The Nintendo E3 press conference of 2007. Let's see what Nintendo's lineup for 2007. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, before we start here, this is E3 2007, what means we need to see Metroid Prime 3, Super Mario Galaxy. And I guess that's it. At least when it comes to interesting titles. Second Wiki. I mean, Second Wiki was a Capcom game, but a really good Wii game. Yeah, they probably talked like 7 hours about a vitality sensor. Wait, was Wii Music 2007? I'm not sure. I don't know if Wii Music or Wii Fit was 2007. No, it was Wii Fit. I think Wii Fit was 2007. Well, we will see it, ladies and gentlemen. Here goes the Nintendo E3 press conference from 2007. Enjoy. Because I will not. Oh boy. As you can see, oh look at this. Yeah, I mean, this was obviously their pitch. Yeah, the Wii is becoming a cultural phenomenon, and let's be honest, it became. I mean, you have to give Nintendo that. It became, because every fucking dude played Wii. I mean, they bought a Wii and only played Wii Sports, and didn't care about anything else. But yeah. It's a freaking conference from 2007, ladies and gentlemen, so it will be even harder to watch than the ones that we have these days. They will probably talk like half an hour about sales figures and say how awesome they are with, oh look at this, how many Nintendo Wii's and DS's we've sold. And we're so much better than the competitors. They actually stopped doing that, like when E3 conferences became a little bit more mainstream.
It's a new kind of bowling league.
The difference here is that this is really exercise for your brain.
A video game is proving a great way to keep.
But yeah, remember, it's the year 2007 right now, and there are hardcore games at this point where Super Mario Galaxy, Metroid Prime 3. Let's see how much they actually show off that stuff. Or how much casual shit we're gonna see. By the way, wasn't that the era where they had that fucking chick that made the conferences for them? That chick that was totally terrible? I don't know how she was called anymore. This is the worst intro for a conference ever! Yes, we know that you're freaking mainstream and that you're awesome and that you're fucking everything in the ass. Can we start, please? By the way, I think I have a beeping in my ear right now. I got a tinnitus. It's Reggie!
My name is Reggie.
Awesome.
And I am happy.
Oh man. That's great!
To us, today is more than a press conference or a business meeting. We see today as a celebration. And by that, I don't mean just a celebration for Nintendo.
It's a celebration for the industry.
because we think this E3 marks a conclusive turning point for the video game market, welcoming more
By the way, I have to
players
stop you
and
already.
more opportunity.
Just a little bit of a backside information. This E3 was actually definitely a turning point for the industry. You know why? Because E3 2007 was pretty much at this point the last E3 that was supposed to happen. Because if you look back in history, you will find out that E3 2008 and E3 2009 was not in the way that it was before, because the people behind E3 and all the companies that participated in E3 in 2007 were pretty much saying, you know what, that shit is not worth it anymore to waste so much money into all of this. We should not do E3 anymore. So it happened that E3 2008 and 2009 didn't have big ass show floors like it has now and back in the day. E3 2008 and 2009 pretty much was only happening in freaking hotel rooms and shit like that. But obviously, in 2010, the industry decided once again, you know what, for some reason the E3s like in hotel rooms and shit like that is bullshit. We should do it like the old times again and fucking waste a lot of money. But yeah, just a little bit of a back information there. Obviously, the big press conferences were not affected by it.
To our form of entertainment. Looking back, E3 here in 2007 may well be seen as a coming out party for an entire industry.
Oh
A
man.
moment when it became finally clear that video games would take their place alongside TV,
I mean, that's true.
movies, and music as a staple of leisure entertainment. Why? Because everyone's a gamer. Let me take a minute or two to submit some evidence.
No, please
Here
not.
in America, the world's largest and most competitive market, the video business during the first 5 months of this year is up nearly 50%
Damn.
over the same period in 2006. In the UK, growth is at 42% through the first half
And
of
it
this
is
year.
only because of
And in
Nintendo.
some markets on the continent, it's up even more than that. And in Japan, where many of the current industry drivers appeared first, yearly growth is up 114%.
By the way,
That's
we're probably
right,
gonna see that for the next fucking 10 minutes.
114%. This kind of explosion simply is not possible by exciting only the existing market. It reveals an expanded market.
Of course.
You know, I've seen audience expansion happen in my own home, and I bet you have too.
No, because
We
I don't
offer
have
the
friends, but
DS
hey.
or a Wii controller to
I mean, you have to
someone
give
who
it to
at
them.
first
Yes,
says,
they fucking
"No,
expanded the
I
market.
don't
Yes, they
play those
freaking
things."
did. Well, fucking Microsoft and
And
Sony
45
only, you know,
minutes later,
concentrated
I
on
can't
we
get
need
my
better
game back.
graphics and stuff. You know, they really expanded the market. You have to give
These
them
are
that.
the moments
That. But I'm still gonna
that
say that the
really
Wii
matter.
was the downfall of Nintendo,
And
in my personal
somewhere
opinion.
in the world,
As
these
successful as the
moments
Wii
happen
was,
every minute.
as much of a
of every
downfall it
day.
was for Nintendo.
Here's some more evidence.
The Wii U
First,
is just a perfect
Because
example.
after all, this is a Nintendo show. It's not going to surprise you that I report so far this year, exactly 69% of all game industry growth comes directly from the sales of Nintendo
We don't
products.
see stuff like that anymore too.
But let's look beyond that.
Look at
There
poor
are three
Microsoft.
factors that are driving growth. The first, the steady march of portable play as an increasing share of our gameplay passion. Here, tracking a 5-year period, you can see that home game systems, that top bar, used to represent more than 2/3 of all game system sales. Last year, that dropped to just half. If we break down those bottom bars representing this generation of portable systems,
Of course it drops, and of course you have more portable sales. Why? Because your goddamn portable device is like mostly half of the fucking price of a goddamn console. But hey, Of course, you can fucking make statistics like that. Oh yeah, our $120 thing sold more as our $300 thing. Sorry.
You could see that from 2005 to 2006, Nintendo DS doubled its share of all system sales of any kind.
But yeah, he's right. Nintendo DS
So
is
just to
fucking
be clear,
successful, and it's an
The
awesome
majority
freaking portable
of that
device.
Other green bar represents sales of Game Boy Advance.
Poor Sony.
Unquestionably, DS is leading industry growth. And if we add 5 months of results so far in 2007, DS market share.
By the way, this is gonna
up
continue for the
another
next half an
couple
hour,
share
ladies and
points
gentlemen.
To a full quarter of all hardware sales here in the U.S.
Okay, once again, I need to go back. Can I jump back? Do I have? Yeah, you know, like I really, but I mean, these were press conferences, especially from Nintendo back in the day. So we're in the year 2007 here, okay? Of course, the goddamn Nintendo DS has a fucking 25% of growth. You know why? Because the Nintendo DS was how much? $150, $180. The freaking PlayStation 3 came out in 2007/2006. How much was the goddamn PlayStation 3? Exactly 4 times the money as a freaking Nintendo DS. Sorry.
Of all hardware sales here in the U.S. The second
These
point
fucking
of note
statistics are the
is
worst.
the expansion of appeal
I love it.
to older players.
Oh
This chart
man.
represents all spending for all video game products. In less than a year and a half, players between the ages of 18 and 24 have gained a total of 6 share points, from 15 to 18, and now 21% of all dollar sales.
These conferences
Over
back
that
in the day.
same span, players over the ages of 25 have grown to now account for a third of all revenues. Why is that important? Because this is where potential lives.
That's true.
But is it really possible to reach that older consumer?
Yes.
Well, let's narrow the focus from the total market
They really
to
did?
look at what's happening to us.
But did you
at
sell games
Nintendo
with these people? I don't
Again,
think so.
in just a year and a half.
Can we see statistics
Measuring
about the
by
Wii
all
U and
hardware
the
sales,
Wii?
Those over the age of 25 have jumped 9 full share points to about a quarter of all of our purchases.
Unbelievable.
And those 18 to 24 have more than doubled. In such a short period of time, this type of growth is unprecedented.
That's true. Yes.
So, on to the third factor.
Oh man.
Female players. The first bar shows the breakdown for system sales by gender for the entire market.
I mean, let's be honest.
So far this
1 to
year,
5 is not too bad, or 1 to
For
4.
everyone except Nintendo.
Oh man, I can't take this. This is.
This 80-20 split between men and women is essentially
I'm calling it.
law
We
of
now
the
have like.
It never changes. But let's add another bar.
Okay, yeah, let's
This
let's
one
add
is
it.
Nintendo only so far here in 2007.
Reggie, don't you want to show some games?
The ratio drops from 4 to 1 to just 2 to 1. A third of all of our systems are being bought by women. This
Cool.
too is driving Nintendo's business.
That's the reason we got so many shit games on these systems.
In fact,
So the
Nintendo
women are the
US
reason.
may be the beacon that's lighting the way.
By the way, the
for
Wii and the DS
of
have
the
awesome
entire
games. Don't get me
game
wrong here. This is
industry.
not me hating on stuff. I just want to show you that
And
nothing
it's not
changed with
just
Nintendo.
America.
People are always saying,
In
"Oh, the Switch
Japan,
will be the new
where the
Nintendo is
gaming
gonna." No,
audience
they're not gonna
first started to
change. The Switch is
explode.
dead in a month
The
or in a
expansion
year, not
of
in a month.
older and female
Some might say that the Switch is dead
audiences
already,
even
and yes,
more
it is.
pronounced. Now, obviously, Wii hasn't been around long enough to track sales changes to the same degree. But we are analyzing people in households which already own a Wii. Who's playing there? Well, not surprisingly, 95% of all males
This
between the
is-
ages and 6 and
I saw
24.
that conference back in the day. Not live, I
core
think,
of the
because there
games
weren't live
market
streams,
is
but
still the
obviously from
core
GameSpot
of the
or
Wii
whatever when
market.
they put a video up.
But
And oh
not
man.
alone. 2/3 of men between the ages of 25
I think back in the
and
day I was
49
entertained by it.
in Wii households report playing regularly. And for women in that same age group, 3/4 say they've at least tried it, and 1/3 are regular users.
Yeah, you just
A lot
told
of
us that,
soccer
Reggie.
moms.
Like 2 minutes ago.
But my favorite is the category for those over 50.
Yes!
For men here, well over half have tried it, and 1 in 8.
I mean, in
say
the
they
end,
play it
in fucking
regularly.
15 minutes, they said, now, you know what, motherfuckers?
female
We did what
counterparts,
Sony and
more
Microsoft
than
was not doing.
10%
We expanded the
are playing
market.
regularly.
And that's true.
Again,
But how many?
this
And
is
now
another
I'm gonna talk a
statistic
little bit about
that is
over Reggie now.
almost certainly a
But let's just
first
see. I'm gonna say it
in
again.
video
We have
game
like
history.
over 100 million VC cells
Finally,
sold.
let me describe this
And how many of these
conceptually.
100 million did buy a Wii U?
Industry
Exactly.
appeal has always
Like
worked
12, 13
the
million.
same way.
So they lost like
Pitch a
almost
game to the core
90%
players,
of their
Then
freaking
push
player base.
appeal as fast
What
and
is
as far as you can.
unprecedented too at one point.
But to Nintendo, there is another way.
Think about it.
Software
PlayStation
like
2
Nintendo
sold
and
150
the Brain
million,
games
and the
and
PlayStation
Wii
3
Sports
only sells 10
act as
million.
satellites in the game universe. They act to pull the total
That's
market
why I call the
outward
Wii the downfall
to
of
include
Nintendo
them,
when it comes
enlisting
to
brand new
everything.
players in
I
the
mean, obviously we
process.
can talk about that the N64 was
The
that
man
already,
moves
but yeah.
from simple push,
Is he still talking about
push-pull,
bullshit?
and the market grows. Now, I don't live in a cave. I know what some people are saying.
Oh man.
Sure, that's all happening now, but it's just a fad. And you know what? If I were in their shoes, I'd be saying exactly the same thing. But here's the reality. The Nintendo DS worldwide flew by the 40 million sales mark months ago.
That's true.
And remains
Nintendo DS incredibly
unquestionably
successful.
the best-selling game system on the planet. And we launched
No, that's the PlayStation 2 if I
33 weeks
remember
ago
correctly. No.
and has been
not
effectively
anymore.
sold out around the world for all 33 weeks.
Yeah, you should have produced
In
more.
fact, considering that current level of demand, Wii is poised to become the #1 worldwide in this generation very soon.
Okay, Reggie. Yes, you're right. It is the #1 worldwide in the last generation. But tell me the fucking console to game buy ratio. Because that is the problem here. You sold consoles, but you fucking didn't sell games. And how many people that had a Wii did jump to the Wii U out of the 100 million that you sold? Ah, yeah, 10 million, 12 million. So out of 100 million people that you had, you lost 90%. Sorry. Obviously, in the year 2007, they didn't know that.
The reality is this. Nintendo is not a fad. Nintendo is the future.
Oh,
And it's
God.
little surprise that the development community is responding accordingly. In America alone, there are already 60 games in the Wii catalog.
Of course, and
and
50 of them are
almost
shitty
300
shovelware games.
for the DS.
No
Between
one is
now
clapping.
and the holidays, North American players can expect another 140 titles for the DS and another additional 100 games for Wii. The development community realizes the opportunity.
Another reason why there's so many games on Wii is
To
because the
date,
production costs were so
14
cheap.
Of the top 20 bestsellers for Wii in America.
Because people don't
have been
want to believe
from
that, but a
third-party
jump from
publishers.
SD to HD was a pretty big thing.
And third-party sales represent more than half of all unit volume.
Yeah, okay, can we see some games?
We are
This is
now
even too much for
facing
me
a
right now.
Wonderful new reality. Everyone's a gamer.
Yes!
People who never played games before are
He's
playing
talking
now.
about this since 15 minutes.
And the very core of the traditional game market is saying, you know what? Wii is for me, too.
Okay, can we see something?
Mario, how are we going to get up to Visa One?
I don't remember that. What is this? It's... Okay, can you stop this?
Round 1 goes to the Nintendo DS.
Her Highness does nothing but advocate the genocide of our people and our way of life.
I don't remember this at all. I am...
Get ready for the next.
Oh, Super Paper Mario! That was an okay game.
Yeah, Super Paper Mario.
I mean, the people hated it, and the people said that Super Paper Mario was the downfall of Super Paper Mario or Paper Mario. But hey... And it bricked German consoles.
Thanks to the Wii Virtual Console, those formative gaming experiences.
Oh yeah, the Virtual Console that Nintendo was treating so well. Okay, can we see some games, please?
Now you're playing with power.
Now, I welcome to the world the first offspring of the Wii Remote and the Nunchuck, the Wii Zapper.
Yes! Yes! You got that thing with Link's
On one
crossbow
hand,
training.
It's a new housing for both the Wii Remote
I
and the
played
Nunchuck.
Resident Evil with that.
But the real news is what it represents for gameplay.
Light gun
For
shooters.
some, the Wii Zapper holds the same potential to change the dynamics
These videos were always so bad.
first-person shooters as the Wii Remote altered the
I don't
nature
remember
of
any
sports
freaking
games.
first-person shooter that supported it
And
besides
we're not just
railgun
talking
shooters.
potential here. This week, you'll be able to test Zap.
Look at
the
this,
new
it's-
Resident Evil from Capcom. Resident Evil
Umbrella Chronicles.
Chronicles. It includes the zombies you've come
That's
to
a good
love,
game, it's a good...
and an
Umbrella and
Umbrella
Darkside
Corporation
Chronicles are both
stronghold
really, really good
you've never
games.
seen before.
You should play the PlayStation 3 version
Wii
though.
Zapper provides a wide variety of weapons
In HD.
making this Resident Evil both evolutionary and revolutionary.
Yeah, it's not like the fucking
Even
Resident
more
Evil
fun
Survivor
than
did it already in
Whack-A-Mole?
'98,
Well,
but
try
hey.
Zap a Zombie. And Capcom is not alone. Sega is bringing the full
House of the
gun
Dead!
arcade action of Ghost Squad.
Oh, Ghost
to
Squad.
Wii.
Ghost Squad is really good.
As members of a secret UN anti-terrorism squad, you're going to give those kidnapping and bombing terrorists
I was talking about
exactly
Ghost
what
Squad
they deserve.
in my
A
latest
good, healthy Zap.
$1 arcade video.
And EA's Medal of Honor for Wii is built specifically to take advantage of the Wii Zapper.
Wait, it was?
More than 10 different Wii Zapper moves and weapons help you infiltrate Normandy from behind enemy lines.
Okay. I
And
didn't
up
remember.
to 32 soldiers can combine in multiplayer mode.
The people played multiplayer.
Other third-party partners will also be talking about their Wii Zapper plans this week.
This is the worst conference of all
Meanwhile,
time.
inside Nintendo, a Wii Zapper project is well along in development.
Link's crossbow training!
To maximize penetration of this device, we will package the Wii Zapper this year along with our software.
Link's crossbow training!
And
Show
we'll
it!
make it available at a manufacturer-suggested retail price of $19.99.
That was actually... I mean, you have to say that was a good price. Zappa plus that game. I mean, the game was not really a game. It was like a demo. Can you show it, please?
What if your weapon of choice is a sword? Well, then you'd probably be looking for the one-of-a-kind Soul Calibur Legends for Wii.
Oh no, that
From
game
Bandai
was
Namco,
absolutely
it is, in the
terrible.
words of its developers,
Don't talk about
immersive
Soul Calibur
experience
Legends,
that
please.
presents a unique look
Oh
in the
god,
franchise.
no.
Or maybe you prefer to square off with no weapon at all
Oh
in
man.
the ring.
Some
of the
people might
world's
say.
wrestling entertainment. It's no holds barred when THQ's WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 body slams to both the DS and Wii.
Awesome.
Nintendo DS is also the staging area for one of our industry's legendary franchises. For the first time,
Legend of Zelda Phantom
Ninja
Hourglass.
Gaiden Dragon Sword, Team
Oh.
Ninja is taking an original
That
action
game is actually
title
pretty good.
to the DS. And the experience is brand new.
Like seriously,
with
Ninja
stylus
Gaiden
in
Dragon
hand.
Sword is really good.
Now, but we know
I thought they're
not
gonna
all
show
core
Phantom
gamers
Hourglass.
are fighters. Maybe you're deep. For decades, no one has developed deeper storylines than Square Enix. But with Wii, they're marrying that
Oh my god,
tradition
look at this!
to the unique
It's
attributes
Dragon
of the
Quest
Wii Remote,
Swords!
traversing the lush
That game was
worlds
pretty good too.
that Square
I own
Enix
it.
is known for. You'll be playing this new Dragon Quest early next year.
I mean, it's pretty much a
And whether
railgun
you're
game
old
without a
friends with
railgun.
Mario and Sonic, or new acquaintances, you've never put them through their paces as you will with Mario and
This is a
Sonic
really bad
at the
presentation if
Olympic
you think
Games.
about it. But hey, it's
Up to
Beijing
4
2008.
players go for the gold,
A pretty
racing
okay
from the
game too,
Olympic
if you have
track
friends.
to the
Unfortunately, I
Olympic
don't have
pool.
any friends. But I played all of the games, besides the...
All this should
Wii
have
U one.
core gamers fighting each other.
The
to get
DS
their
ones are pretty
hands
okay.
On the controllers. There's one more title I guess I should mention
Phantom
turn that
Hourglass.
into an absolute brawl.
Wait, Smash Bros. Brawl?
If you've been following the updates on the Smash Brothers Dojo website,
Yay!
pretty good bet that you can't wait to battle with Giga Bowser. And late last week,
I
you
mean-
got your first tutorial on how to power up your attack.
What do they have
using
in
any
store if they
of
show
4
all these
different
games like
controller
this?
options.
Maybe we're gonna see a 2-hour
Yes, the
Super Mario
Smash
Galaxy
community is
presentation.
stoked. But when? Well, not next year, not next spring. I can announce today that Smash Brothers Brawl will launch in the Americas on December 3rd.
No one
What
cares.
you'll see and
The
what
crowd
you'll
is
hear
dead.
this week is only a beginning. There's a lot more news to come.
By the way, in
And
Europe, the
trust
game
me,
came out like 5
it's the
months
best
later, so...
Smash Brothers ever, by far. What this lineup begins to demonstrate
Oh
is
man.
that no matter how active the gamer, there's more than enough action coming to both Nintendo DS and the Wii.
Do we see games now? Okay, games? I'm not sure, we're 23 minutes
My
in.
name is Mike Damiani. I'm currently the
It's-
webmaster of a Nintendo news site called The Hylia.
My name is
Oh!
Jackie Gowner, and I'm a Wii editor on thehylia.com.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to say we have a more hardcore view of video games. We kind of expect them to be more about gameplay. We expect them to be a little bit more difficult and
So you hate Nintendo
very
Wii, do you?
rewarding once we complete them.
In terms of the DS, it's like having a cell phone to me. Like, you know, it's one of those things where you have to have it with you.
Well, my impressions of the Wii gaming experience so far, I was like many that were pretty skeptical about it at first. And it was with Wii Sports, basically. That was the game that made me understand what was different about the Wii from...
Didn't you
other
just say that
consoles
you want to
were on
play
the market
games
at
with
the
more
time.
depth, and now you're saying how awesome Wii Sports is? I mean, Wii Sports is a fun game, but you can't really talk about depth there.
Samus is not some damsel in distress, and she's an active person.
Well, we're not getting a Nintendo conference this year, we're gonna get another Nintendo Direct, I guess.
Each one of them has its own unique style, yet they all share the same types
Hopefully
of
with
gameplay
Super
elements
Mario
that make them
Odyssey.
so special to everybody.
Because they don't
I
have
really
any other
enjoy
games.
it. I get a little bit fanboyish with it.
It's Mike and Jackie! Why the fuck does Mike look like a
We've
tranny?
invited the 2 people you just met in that video to join us up here on stage and put a couple upcoming games through their paces.
Yes!
Please join me in welcoming Mike, along with Bill Trinan from our Treehouse group.
Can you please show something? They should show freaking... I think it's Phantom Hourglass. 2007 E3 was Phantom Hourglass.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, Bill.
Such a prolific Zelda player on stage here to play Phantom Hourglass for me makes my job
Yes!
easier, so I'm glad you're here, Mike.
I have so much useless information in my head.
A all-touch control Zelda game probably means a simpler, trimmed-down experience. Well, think again. The touch-sensitive interface not only revolutionizes
Wait, that's how you show the game?
it revolutionizes the gameplay itself.
That's terrible.
You've probably seen Link moving and fighting, and even making a few notes on his map to help him solve a puzzle, as Mike's going to show us here in just a second.
This game has one of the best riddles in Zelda history.
Now, not only is this inviting to
Let me spoil you the riddles. There is a riddle in this game where you have to copy a treasure map. And to solve this riddle, you have to close your DS like as if you put something on the treasure map and I can't really explain it. But it is one of the greatest riddles of all time. Because I was stuck at it for like 5 minutes. I'm like, how the fuck do I copy this treasure map? But no, you have to close it and then open it again, and you kinda made a... Yeah, with pressure you kinda made a copy on your thing. It's a pretty good game. The problem is it overuses... like there is a palace in this game, if I remember correctly, that you have to do like 500 times. Every time you get a new ability, you get farther in. I mean, you can freaking unlock shortcuts and stuff like that. But it's a pretty okay game.
It's a very quick demonstration there. Boom, boom, boom.
Obviously, if you don't like touch controls, this is nothing for you because this is 100% touch control heavy.
For new and experienced gamers at the same time. This is just one small example of how they've done that. Of course, the game also features everything you could ask for in a Zelda game. A deep storyline, endearing characters, numerous side quests, much more.
We can argue about the deep storyline thing.
I've been a fan for a long time myself, and Phantom Hourglass has fast become my favorite Zelda game ever. And that's not just a bunch of on-stage E3 hyperbole. That is the truth. And Japan agrees.
He's lying.
Because it's one of the fastest selling Zelda games they've ever had.
Of course, because Zelda games never sold well in Japan. And of course it's one of the fastest selling Zelda games, because it's the first one for the freaking DS that sold like hotcakes in Japan. By the way, in Japan, Zelda is not a system seller.
A very large number of female gamers, but we're also finding that the hardcore are absolutely loving it. Thank you, Mike.
Wait, that was it already?
Fantastic gameplay.
Thanks, Mike.
Next, what I'd like to do is invite Jackie Goner on stage.
Oh, Jackie.
I think she makes a much better Samus than I do. So we're gonna have Jackie come on.
Yes! Metroid Prime 3 Corruption!
I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the gameplay from the Metroid Prime series by now, but with the Wii Remote, Metroid now offers the best first-person shoot.
One of the best games made for the Wii.
Period.
Especially if you bought the trilogy with 1 and 2. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a system seller. Once again, a game that is not selling in Japan. By the way, this game was delayed for a year because Retro Studios wanted to make the controls work really well, and when they showed it for the first time, I think it was it 2006? Yeah, the controls apparently, according to people, were really, really bad. So they pretty much delayed it a year to perfect the controls, and yeah, that game played absolutely awesome with Wiimote. And I have to say, like, if you ask me how to play Metroid Prime 1 and 2, like the GameCube versions with controller or the Wii versions, play the Wii versions, because it steers absolutely perfect. This, ladies and gentlemen, is my personal system seller for the Wii. But yeah, I would rather go with the collection, because we have all 3 games in there. For some reason, Nintendo decided to make the collection a limited thing, What means if you want to buy the collection right now, it's probably pretty expensive, or you buy it over the eShop or something like that. But yeah, it only had a limited run, like, oh yeah, I don't know, I really don't know. I don't know what Nintendo is thinking sometimes in bringing out games, and they're like, okay, we're only gonna fucking make 500,000 of them.
In order to handle all of these enemies.
But yeah, the Metroid Prime collection for Nintendo Wii, that obviously was not planned at this point, because here we have Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. It's pretty great. By the way, she plays like a piece of shit, but what do you expect?
She'll become corrupted. Entirely corrupted. So players are going to have to balance and juggle ultimate power.
Can we get a new Metroid Prime? I'm gonna nerd out a little bit if Retro Studios is making a new Metroid Prime, or Metroid. And let's not talk, I mean, there's a lot of people butthurt about Metroid Other M. I don't think that Metroid Other M is as bad as people claim it to be. I mean, it's completely burying the character Samus Aran, but gameplay-wise, it was okay. But obviously, when it comes to character development and showing who Samus Aran is, it completely buried it.
Thank you, Mike,
but it's not
Jackie,
as bad
and
as
Bill.
people say it is.
Recently, I had a conversation with one of you out there in the audience today. And he said, you know, Reggie, you guys have been talking about this audience expansion thing for a long time. But to be honest, I never really saw it I never saw it coming.
I never really saw it happening, coming.
When we still hear questions about Nintendo
We need to say that again.
getting serious.
We need to hear it again. That was great. I never saw it happen. I mean, coming.
Expansion thing for a long time. But to be honest, I never really saw it I never saw it coming. I think about this when we still hear questions about Nintendo getting serious about online. I guess I'd answer.
Can we hear that again? Okay, we need to hear that again. This is awesome. This is awesome.
Really saw it I never saw it coming. I think about this when we still hear questions about Nintendo getting serious about online. Well, I guess I'd answer, what if we already did and you just didn't notice?
I mean, yeah, with the Nintendo DS they kinda did. Nintendo DS Online was okay. Yeah, here they're obviously showing it. But let's be honest. Nintendo doesn't even have proper online with the Nintendo Switch right now. And it's 10 years later.
You can chat with different... You can talk to other people from...
Don't chat with other people, lady, because there's probably only perverts out there.
Consoles with a broadband internet connection and the Opera web browser will be able to connect to news and photos.
Today, 5.5 million DS owners have fired up their Nintendo Wi-Fi connection, representing...
That's the most important thing here. 5.5 million used Nintendo Wi-Fi. That doesn't mean they're using it, no. They used it once or more. And I would say, how many fucking Nintendo DSs did they sell already? Did they sell, what did they say, 30 million or something like that? And I would say out of 30 million, 5.5 million used Nintendo Wi-Fi is not really that good of a number, but hey, you can obviously talk everything big if you want to.
230 million different gameplay sessions. And combined...
Oh, we had 230 million different gameplay connections. I mean, come on, what does that mean? Does that mean, oh, I connected to a server for a second, and then I connected to a login server, and then I connected to a lobby server? Like, what are these for shitty statistics?
Those more than 5 million players...
Just tell us how many people are currently playing online. You should be able to see that. Oh, wait, you don't want to because...
Talking about the DS, put it this way. It still amazes me every time I connect with a player halfway around the world. I'm not sure I'm ready to have the planet in the palm of my hand.
Okay, this is good.
I couldn't say...
It's the year 2017. and he says this.
It still amazes me every time I connect with a player halfway around the world.
I don't know, Reggie. There's a few people that use the internet a little bit earlier than I do. But you know what, Reggie? I actually connected to people that were halfway around the world or whatever in 1999 already. And it amazed me there. But I think, Reggie, you're a little bit behind, aren't you?
I'm not sure I'm ready to have the planet in the palm of my hand. I couldn't say it better myself. Beyond DS Wi-Fi play, the virtual console feature of the Wii channel menu.
Yeah, that feature that you supported so much.
5.6 million game downloads. The catalog of those classic titles already stands.
I am not sure. Do we have the sales figures of the Wii? I think they said the sales figures of the Wii at the beginning. I forgot it already. But in 2007, I mean, 5.6 million game downloads is not too bad. It's not too bad. Let me not just say anything. At this point, it was probably not too bad.
Wii has put a distinctive stamp on online connections using.
I mean, they sold at this point around 5, 6, 7, 8 million Wiis already, I think.
Partners, what we're calling WiiWare.
Oh, WiiWare was awesome. It has Lost Winds
standalone content
and Superstar Soldier R
to the Wii via the Wii Shop channel, beginning next year.
Yes, in 2007, the iPhone came out.
I can announce a new channel, one devoted specifically to the phenomenon known as Miis, called Check Me Out. You can enter
I never used the channel
and have them voted on by fellow creators.
Can I make Hitler?
You can find ones designed by your friends.
Wait, I never had a channel.
The most popular.
I think I never cared about the Miis, but
the ones you like best. Additionally, there'll be contests and promotions. For example, creating Miis based on certain real-life celebrities.
Do you see something, ladies and gentlemen? This is 10 years ago, and the conferences were as bad as in the current age.
What some of you are thinking. Sure.
What we can ask ourselves a question right now: did Nintendo ever have a good E3 conference?
Online gaming. Well, the complete Wii gamer is already using Nintendo Wi-Fi connection to battle their Pokemon online, and using their DS portables as a controller and as a source of exportable creatures to Pokemon Battle Revolution.
Pokemon Battle Revolution?
Is
that a game?
Online with the world's most hyperactive
Can you show games, maybe?
Mario Strikers Charge.
That is an awesome game.
On a pitch that stretches from coast to coast.
A really good game, unfortunately.
But I know you want more.
Yes.
So let's go. No matter which form of football you prefer, EA Sports will have you going at it online this fall.
No one played these games online on Wii. Let me just make that clear.
Is the first realistic sports game taking advantage of Wii Online.
No one.
Live across the line of scrimmage.
Not a single person played these things.
Even if they're snowbound in Green Bay. FIFA Soccer 08 features EA Sports award-winning online interactive leagues, as well as
the leagues were empty.
Mode, which will have you using your own Wii
boy
against Ronaldinho in a series of skill tests. From Square, Dragon Quest Monsters Joker for DS
that was a pretty cool game.
That combines the depth of a
that was pretty much
RPG
Dragon Quest with Pokemon.
And the immersion of a monster catching adventure. You'll be battling online.
I mean, it was okay.
Nintendo Wi-Fi connection.
And there maybe some people played online, because again the Nintendo DS online thing was quite a thing with 2 games, Mario Kart and Mario Kart.
Conducting an online Battle of the Bands with an exclusive wireless Les Paul guitar controller.
Wait, what is he talking about? Was he talking about Guitar Hero?
All of this should have a monster catching adventure. The Nintendo will now rock into the wee hours conducting an online the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection. And the introduction of Activision's Guitar Hero 3 Legend.
By the way, if you bought Guitar Hero 3 on the Wii, you were screwed because Guitar Hero 3 on the Wii had an audio bug. The Wii version of Guitar Hero 3 was only getting outputted in mono quality. Mono. In the year 2007. A game that is a 100% music game in mono. Not even stereo or Dolby, mono. And you know what? They didn't patch it because they didn't have a patch system up back in the day. Good job. Good job. By the way, no one played this game online on Wii.
For Wii
Guitar Hero 3 is
means that
pretty
you can
good
now
though.
rock into the Wii hours, conducting an online battle of the bands with an exclusive wireless Les Paul guitar controller.
Oh man,
All
this
of
conference.
This should at least suggest that we're serious about letting you show your stuff online.
This is terrible.
But I have one more announcement
Yes.
to prove our case. Gentlemen and ladies, start your engines because Mario Kart for Wii starts burning rubber around the world.
The worst Mario Kart of all time!
In the first quarter of next year.
I mean, the worst Mario Kart of all
This
time
is
still
not
makes
your
it a pretty
father's
good
Mario
game,
Kart.
but still.
Because now you'll be racing against rivals around the world in real time.
Yeah, and it was awesome that the first time you went online, you had cheaters already.
Multiplayer battle mode.
Okay, I need to tell a story here. Like, it's not me shitting on another streamer or something like that. But GQ, back in the day, was streaming this game quite often. And I have to say, I'm not a big fan of trolling and stuff like that, okay? I'm not a big fan of trolling. But but the thing is, like, GQ was streaming this game quite often. And unfortunately, he always had a dude in his freaking party or whatever that used a modified Wii. And obviously, if you have a modified Wii, you can modify the game files like that. Every freaking question mark box is giving you a lightning strike, what means you pretty much win all the time because all the rivals on the track are always tiny, and GQ was always raging about this like a motherfucker, like, oh, he's cheating, and I don't want to say that I was quite amused by that, but I don't know, like, as how angry he got and everything. I mean, it's terrible, don't fucking do shit like that, you know, but I don't know, that was kinda...
We also think that more racers means
there is a way of trolling that kinda is funny
How
if
many more?
you know.
Well,
But yeah, it obviously sucks. Obviously they didn't have any cheat protection, and Mario Kart Wii was unplayable. Public, if you want to call it like that. 2 weeks in. Because obviously at the time Mario Kart 8 came, Mario Kart for Wii came out, the fucking system was cracked open already with mod chips, and I think we didn't have soft modding at this point, but mod chips were a thing. Soft modding came, I think, later. I'm not sure. But yeah, the Wii was pretty much cracked open instantly.
Of a variety of control choices, including a franchise first, a custom Wii wheel.
Yeah, that control choice was really good.
With Mario Kart for Wii.
No one cares.
Like the Wii Zapper, this custom steering wheel has the potential to level the track for beginners while offering a new feel even if you first started racing with Mario Kart 15 years ago. And like the Wii Zapper, the Wii wheel will come packaged with Mario Kart software.
Unbelievable. I think the thing was $10 if you wanted to buy it separately.
Of the Wii Zapper and the groundbreaking control of Metroid.
Don't worry, Speedster. I think this is the conference with the body is ready, or my body is ready. I think they're showing Wii Fit here. I think at the end of the
All
conference
this
we see
makes
20 minutes of
games
Wii
feel
Fit.
fresh again,
I'm not sure.
no matter
I mean, look at
how
this. They
long
show
you've been playing.
Metroids. This is a terrible conference.
However,
Hello, Eric.
it's obvious the key to industry expansion is making games irresistible, even to those who've never played before.
Are we coming to the casual game section now?
The big favorite among this group, virtual bowling on the hottest new game gadget, the Nintendo Wii.
Think video games are just for kids? Think again how the Wii is getting a Dallas retirement home moving.
2007 was still the times where people were saying video games is only for children, isn't it?
I hadn't ever done anything with, you know,
This kind of really feels like the 80s.
didn't think I was interested in, but this is definitely okay.
The Nintendo DS Lite's a pretty good placeholder. The dual screen that it's known for, they slimmed it down from the original DS.
Just here doing some Japanese homework with a little help from my DS Lite and its kanji dictionary.
Did you see that dude? He uses kanji dictionary on his DS Lite.
Toddler who plays tennis on the Nintendo Wii game. He's
Look at this toddler playing tennis. He's probably the reason why the TV is broke.
They know how to build handhelds ever since the first
Why the hell is this the videos that they show in like a 45:7 resolution thing?
Smart about putting the Wii, you know, at these mom nights at hotels around the country.
Oh my god, it's pregnancy and parenting. You can get pregnant with the Wii.
What we've talked about so far today are products aimed squarely at the bullseye of the game market. So let's widen the focus and look at what comes next for the mass market.
Yes!
To do that, please join me in welcoming Nintendo's worldwide president, Mr. Satoru Iwata.
Well, I guess I can't make a disgusting joke, can I? It's too early for that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for spending time with us today. I played my first video game 30 years ago. In those days, there were not many gamers. So, from the start, I thought it would be wonderful if someday everyone could find the same enjoyment I was having.
That is true.
But to do this, we would have to respond with new proposals and tangible products. So far, we are seeing some positive results. Petting puppies and training your brain.
Hey, Nintendox was awesome. Brain Age was awesome too.
These new proposals for your DS
I like
are
Brain
appreciated
Age.
by many different people. And with Wii, when people start to sweat while playing tennis, right, in their own living rooms, well, this kind of thing attracts many.
By the way, tennis was
who
one
never
of the
played
worst games in the
before.
Wii Sports collection.
In fact, I must admit that some sort of paradigm shift taking place in my own home. Right now, I am so enthused with the new DS cookbook software in Japan that I am making it a point to prepare dinner.
Oh man, all these hardcore people back in 2007 were probably really pleasured with this conference. By the way, spoiler, in 2008 and 9 they didn't change anything at all.
And forget about all of my job while I'm
I mean, yeah, we clearly need a cookbook software for Nintendo DS because there is no Japanese recipes on the internet.
Like this, I know some veteran gamers fear that Nintendo might
By the way,
have
this was
lost
not a game. This was not like
passion
Cooking Mama,
for
where you can
traditional
actually
video
play
games.
and make the food. It was
Or
just fucking
that
instructions
user
how to
expansion
freaking cook.
products have nothing to do with them. I hope what you have seen and heard so far today shows this is not the case. But more importantly, I would ask those veterans to remember their very first day as gamers. If you are like me, this was an exciting time in life. And maybe a little intimidating because other people were already better than you. And probably even a little annoying because of those who said you are wasting your life. Yes.
Yes, you are wasting your life watching the stream right now. I agree.
But new players showing new enthusiasm are the most valuable prize in video games. Because if their early experience is positive, then they can become veteran players one day. Players for life. Today, we are seeing that it is not impossible to expanding the gaming population. So,
like here, like, no disrespect to Iwata-san here right now, okay. But I'm seeing it right now that we're 45 minutes into this video and I'm trying to figure out right now what we saw. We saw like 1 minute of Zelda Phantom Hourglass with the worst presentation ever. We saw 1 minute of Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. And I think that's it. Okay, I mean they still have Super Mario Galaxy, do they? And 20 minutes of Wii Fit. I'm not sure. I think 2017 was Wii Fit. 2007 was Wii Fit.
Next immediate challenge at Nintendo is this.
I guess with this I proved already that nothing changed in the last 10 years. So to all the people that are saying, oh, Nintendo is so good now again. No, fuckers, nothing changed.
Above all, we at Nintendo would like to make new proposals.
At least with the Nintendo Wii, they had the fucking casual market.
Narrowly classified, causing remarks like, this game is for beginners or that one is for...
What do they have with the Nintendo Switch? Zelda.
To say it simply,
that is not even an exclusive.
Accept that games are for
and $40 Super Street Fighter 2 versions.
Yes, people will always have different tastes. But everyone can develop a taste for video.
I'm enjoying the Switch too. I mean, I don't have it, but if I would have it and I would play Zelda on it, I would enjoy it too.
Impossible. But think about the Wii Zapper. It erases the kind of complexity that has always created a high
boy
for even casual players to overcome.
They really focus on the Wii Zapper, don't they?
FPS games don't need to be ruled out anymore, even for the expanded audience.
Don't you want to show games?
In order to break down the wall of separation, we continue to challenge ourselves to find new themes for video games.
Please don't show Wii Fit already.
We seek titles that are of immediate interests and easily
I don't know if I could take 25 minutes of Wii Fit.
But at the same time,
by the way, Wii Fit is the most sold Wii game.
Of these games should be scalable with enough eventual sophistication and challenge for even
I think every second Wii owner has Wii Fit.
The best game design lets users of all skill levels play together. In a few minutes, Mr. Miyamoto will...
No, they're gonna show Wii Fit already. Are you freaking kidding me for 25 minutes? You have to be out of your mind.
For now,
show at least Super Mario Galaxy.
Join me in one wish for our entire industry. Not only new games forever, but new gamers forever. Thank you very much.
Oh, please God, no. Hey!
Hi, I'm Robin. This is my husband Rigo. We're the
Hey,
parents
Robin and
in
Rigo.
Austin, Texas. For us,
Occupation parents. That's not how it works.
You know, when we got the Wii, we were able to involve everybody. It wasn't just me sitting there on the gaming console involved in a game. And now
Wait, that's how many children you have?
So it makes it a lot of fun.
Like, can you stop the fucking, please? Yes!
You know, Super Mario Galaxy, when we first
Why the hell are you showing it like this?
It's like, wow, the graphics, the interface, how you move around, everything about it was a new experience.
Catch the rabbit. Great.
Super Mario Galaxy is a top-notch game. I wouldn't give a lot of games a 10 out of 10, but Super Mario Galaxy is definitely one that it would get. I mean, if I would play Super Mario Galaxy like these dudes, I would probably jump out of a window, but I'm just jealous.
Just the gravity element of it.
Why the hell do you show this in 3 screens?
Feeling than anything I've seen before in any of these games.
It was kind of exciting to see the.
Can you show Super Mario Galaxy properly, please? And not with some people that fuck so often that they have 20 children already? With 25?
It was really fun to check out. I'm so impressed by how many games there are. It's always a challenge.
It's Dr. Kawashima.
I see my mom and even my grandmother.
I love Dr. Kawashima.
Playing it and getting, challenging each other. So I realized this thing's really for everybody.
Yeah, before Brain Age, the last game I played was Pac-Man. We get really competitive, trying to beat each other.
The last game that you played is Pac-Man? I kinda feel sorry for you. You missed a lot of good stuff.
The ones that I really have been enjoying are Changemaker and Word Blend, and also Virus Buster. It's supposed to be the relaxing one, but I enjoyed it. Being one of the first families to try out these new games.
How many people do they have in their family? Can you stop fucking, please? Like, seriously? At least use fucking stuff that doesn't make you pregnant all the time.
Brain Age 2 is already more popular than the original. That's because it adds to the original with new games and challenges. And let me tell you, until you play this game, you have no idea how hard it is to purposely lose at rock, paper, scissors. It'll be available here August 20th. And your experience with Super Mario Galaxy.
Yes!
I don't know how else to put it. It's over the top.
I agree.
While every Mario game is a classic, in one sense,
not
first
Sunshine.
worthy successor to Super Mario 64.
Yes!
With varying degrees of gravity and the odd sensation of running upside down across a planet, we believe this game sets a new gold standard for player interface, not just for platformers, but for any game. It will take skill and luck to persevere and to finish.
Did he just say
But
luck?
at the same time, it's instantly accessible even to people who've never played video games. You'll start exploring the galaxy here in the Americas on November 12th.
That's the worst Super Mario Galaxy presentation that you could have done.
Still, we know that some of
Unbelievable.
you still wonder about
Unbelievable
expanding
what this
the
conference
game
is.
audience. Nintendogs. Yes, that was a breakthrough.
Oh, yes.
The Brain games. Yeah, they work too.
They're great.
And sure, Wii Sports is the perfect way to introduce everyone to the new system.
Yeah, because it was a pack-in.
But how much more can there be?
Not
Here's our
like
answer.
1-2 Switch.
We're just getting started.
Are you coming with Wii Fit now?
Some games, particularly puzzle games,
Oh.
have always bridged boundaries.
Second Wiki!
Picross for DS
Ah.
offers not just
Yeah, Picross is
hundreds
okay.
of new picture puzzles to be solved,
Second Wiki!
but also the ability to create your own. And
Show
share them
Second
wirelessly
Wiki!
with friends.
Professor
and download new
Layton!
ones. EA is also lending a unique Nintendo
No,
spin
not
to its
my
classic
Sims.
Sim formula
Second
with My
Wiki!
Sims. The appeal is immediately approachable. with fully customized characters, clothing, and environments. And it's coming for both Wii and DS. Likewise, anyone who loves singing and dancing is going to enjoy High School Musical from Disney Interactive Studios
boy.
for both Wii and DS. It's
I want to
inspired
play
by
this
the
game.
2 feature films of the same name.
You know what? Maybe I'm gonna make a stream of this game.
And back for a return engagement is the breakthrough third-party hit of the Wii launch period, Ubisoft's Rayman
Oh, yeah.
2. It's even nuttier.
I mean, if you like shitty minigame collections, I guess.
To date, the software which has probably most baffled game traditionalists are the improvement games. Mr. Iwata admitted that when he first started talking about the brain games inside Nintendo, even some of the software engineers believed he had lost part of his brain. But with sales of 15 million units around the world, he's looking a little smarter. But can this thing grow? Well,
No, of course. I mean, yes, at a point, but no.
Our
In the
vision
long run,
training
not.
game, to be called Flash Focus here in the Americas, is already available in Japan.
Wait, that game is awesome!
Its exercises range from simple visual tests all the way
I actually
up
played that
through
one.
baseball batting practice and basketball passing drills to give your eyes a workout.
It's like eye training.
Ubisoft
I think in
is
Germany it was
introducing
called
an inventive
Augentraining.
range of software beginning with My Word Coach.
Oh
It
god, this
combines
conference is
spelling,
like...
word jumbles, definitions,
I mean,
and
just
other
think about this.
vocabulary building exercises.
Like, you have to
This
think
is
about it.
one
Like,
game
these
where your
conferences,
mom
like, the
can
casuals
end
are
up
not
schooling
watching these
you.
conferences, especially not in the year 2007.
And this is just
Like, you only
stage
had, like,
one in a
hardcore people
series.
watching this. Like, you,
Among
me,
titles also in
and we
development
sat in front of this
is My
conference 10
Life
years ago,
Coach,
and we were like,
which promises
we want to
make
kill
not
ourselves.
just your vocabulary, but everything better. I mean, how much more can a video game do?
Nintendo pretty much sacrificed
Of course,
their hardcore fan base for
all this
casuals that
stems
didn't care
from
after the Wii
popularity
anymore.
Of Wii Sports, with appeal
How often
quickly
do you want to
vaulted
show Wii
from
Sports?
just pure fun to being seen as something far more beneficial.
Video games improve your
Like, that's what I mean. That's what you get. Once again, I'm gonna say it again. We have like over 100 million Wii's sold. And we have like 14 million Wii U's sold. What means they have a user base decline of 85%. 85%!
Fundamentally, I'm a very good tennis player. I have a strong serve.
Just fucking put it, I'm gonna do it again with the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4. Let's say we have like around 80 million PlayStation 3 sold, and all of a sudden the PlayStation 4 would only sell 6 million. Like, this is devastating.
You know, whenever our guys are playing Nintendo Wii in our Best Buy Blue Room,
Any other company would have gone out of business.
turn to the Wimbledon.
But obviously Nintendo is sitting on a lot of cash, and the handheld market was going well at that point, so they were able to survive the Wii U disaster. But every other company would have gone out of business.
Play well enough to beat him. No, just for fun, man. I crushed you.
The game offers short mental
This is the worst conference of all time, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we're not talking about the Wii Vitality sensor. By the way, I think it's Wii Fit
The
time,
last
is it?
game we're featuring today
Oh
is
god.
our big lead in audience expansion.
Oh god, they're
and
gonna show
effectively
20
lacks
minutes
the
of
field.
Wii Fit.
Wii Fit is it.
Oh god. Someone please kill me. I mean, Wii Fit is okay. I mean, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the most sold game on Nintendo Wii. Every second Wii customer has this game. One of the most sold games of all time. Don't get me wrong here. It is actually quite okay. But obviously you can't call it a game. How Speedster would say it. By the way, for the non-Asian market, they made the Wii Fit board more durable or whatever because of all the fat people. I think it's able to hold up to 150 kilograms? I'm not sure. I have to say the dancing game was actually pretty good. Did you know that you use the Wii Fit board for Wii Music? Playing the drums? Why the fuck did I play all these games, by the way? The best thing is that the game does is the first time it measures you and it shows you your body mass index, and if you're overweight, the game is pretty much saying, hey, you're overweight. Fucking lose weight, you fat pig or whatever. No, it doesn't say it in that way, but yeah. By the way, there was Wii Fit U, an HD version of Wii Fit, because we need an HD version of this. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy 15 minutes of Wii Fit.
Please welcome Mr. Shigeru Miyamoto.
Miyamoto-san! Miyamoto-sama!
Good morning, everybody, and welcome. 皆さん、日頃からいい汗かいてますか? Have you all been getting your sweat on lately?
Well guys, I would rather make a proper Zelda game or another Mario game, but the people at Nintendo forced me to waste my time, no.
The one game that I wanted to introduce to all of you at E3 this year was not Super Mario Galaxy, not Zelda for the Nintendo DS, and not Mario Kart. It's this game, Wii Fit.
Of course. I mean, they did it with this. It's one of the most selling games of all time. So, and it was like 90 euro. Of course, they charged for the Wii Fit board. It was not a $60 game or something like that. It was like $100 maybe. So that's even more crazy if you think about it.
We thought that the Wii would be a device that would be placed in the living room, and as such, it needed to be relevant to everyone in the household. It would also provide new communication opportunities for all members of the family to interact with one another, and it would become a device that would make video games relevant.
But yeah, now watching the E3 conference again, I can clearly understand why people claim this one to be one of the worst Nintendo conferences of all time. But I'm going so far right now that there is no good Nintendo conference in the last 15 years. I'm going so far and say that.
And we're going to have them demonstrate the activities.
Maybe the GameCube reveal. The GameCube reveal was pretty good.
Sharon on the left doing a one-legged stretch.
I hope you feet fetishists are happy right now. I mean, what?
So it looks like the calibration is slightly off. You should have the red dot here in the yellow area. You're trying to maintain balance while doing the stretch.
In short, she's fucking up. Or the game is broken.
So by doing this stretch while maintaining your balance, it will help.
By the way, this is really hard to do.
That provide balance and stability.
Especially if you want it. I mean, I'm not shitting on Wii Fit, okay? I'm not really shitting on Wii Fit. This is actually a pretty good program.
Next we'll go to,
but again, you need to think about the audience that this was shown to. This was not shown to your casuals or something like that. Only hardcore people fucking watch that stuff. And this was pretty cool. I take this one.
ゲーム感覚でやれる。
That was pretty
The
good.
idea is for this one to have more of a game-like feel to it, so that you can actually enjoy doing some of your exercises.
マークに合わせてこう乗ったり降りたりするんですね。
The idea is to match the timing of the icons and the music.
でそのうちね水色のが出てきますから、水色が出ると横に降りる。
And you'll see in a little bit, you'll see some blue icons appear on screen, indicating when you need to step not to the front or the back, but to the side, increasing the difficulty.
この周りのミーを見ながら一緒にやってみてください。
I want to have a
The
new
idea
Dance
is to
Dance
watch the Mii's
Revolution.
around you on screen and match their rhythm.
じゃあその次に行きましょうか。
Finally, we have Josephine.
これはね、体こう
Josephine.
Josephine's demonstrating a sideways twist.
ツイストしますね。
And you start by simply twisting your body to the left and right.
この運動もやっぱりマークが出ててね。でちゃんとその運動をしてるかどうかっていう確認を Wii の機械
Now
がし
you'll
ます。
see here that this also includes an on-screen display, and this is again indicating your balance. And what this does is it allows the game to make sure that you're performing the activity correctly.
ごめんなさい、ちょっとなんかマシンの調子が良くないみたいで。さっきまで綺麗に動いてたんですけどね。
It's although it's not moving as smoothly as it should right now.
ぜひとも今日展示の
In short, the sensor is broken.
I hope you'll take a look at it on the show floor today, so that you can get a good idea for how.
You remember the last time that something was broken at the Nintendo conference when they showed The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword? That was fun.
それからストレッチングとか、それからシェイプアップとか、それからゲームですね。こういう4つの種類のゲームが40種類以上入ってます。
And Wii Fit features 4 genres of activities: aerobics exercises, muscle conditioning, yoga poses, and some balance games, more fun game-like activities. In all, there's over 40 activities in the game.
じゃあ、
Hey, that's smart. I didn't
Let's give a
fucking
big
want to
round of
switch.
applause to our fitness trainers today. Thank you.
Good job, guys. And now, now, ladies and gentlemen, it's
今
time.
彼らが使ってたのがこれですね。
The device that they were using is this.
Wii のバランスボード、Wii バランスボードと言います。
We're calling it the Wii Balance Board.
こう薄いでしょ。
It's very thin.
で、このボードに乗ることでね、あなたのまず体重がこう測れます。
So by standing on this board, it can measure your weight.
で、その体重がどんな風に傾いてるかって
Make sure to not buy a Japanese version because it only holds up to, I don't know, 90 kilogram.
これを使うとこう体全体を使ったゲームのインターフェースにもなります。
And so we can also use this as a new interface for games that allows you to use your full body movement.
They were
as
actually doing that in
control
some
input.
cases. Like, I think
これね、ワイヤレスなんでね。
Sean White snowboarding, Sean Paul. No, how is that dude called? I'm not sure.
じゃあ、よいしょ。このソフトにはね、もう一つ大事な要素があるんですね。こうして今の測るっていう要素ですね。
But there's one more very important element to this software that I'd like to explain to you. And that's the idea of measurement.
体を測ってみましょう。で今日はね、レジさんがいるのでレジさんを
So
測って
what we
みたい
want
と
to
思います。
do is do a what we call a body check on somebody.
No,
So today
not
I think we'll do it with
Reggie.
Reggie.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready.
My body is ready.
Oh man, so bad. Why did this thing become a thing?
じゃあ乗ってください。
Okay, Reggie, please stand on the Wii balance board.
I think it's even showing that he slide over weight.
さんの体の動きなんです
Well, not maybe
And you see
slide,
the,
but
the
hey,
blue mark here moving around.
I'm
That's,
too.
that's
Like
actually
probably
how
half of the
shifting weight
population
is
is slide over weight.
じゃあ今日の服装を聞いてきてます。
So are you wearing just light layer
Heavy
clothing?
clothing.
Heavy
Heavy clothing.
じゃあヘビークロー
Okay, that's funny.
はいセットしました。じゃあリラックスして
Okay, so just relax
で自分がこう真ん中だと思う場所に立ってくださいね。
and stand in a position that
And-
feels natural to you and centered and balanced.
Bill, should I give you my wallet?
You can give me your wallet anytime, Reggie.
I want to have Reggie's wallet
じゃあ
too.
静かに立ってください。
So stand still.
測ってます。
You can see it's measuring right now.
This is high pressure.
And
はい。 終わりましたね。
There we go. We finished with the
こういう感じ
measurement.
でね、1日1回少し測るだけで大丈夫なんです。
So the idea is that you would do this just, once a day, just a few minutes a day.
ちょっと右に傾いてますね。
That's not too bad.
結果ですね。
And what you can see here is that Reggie's balance has shifted slightly to the right.
But only
お腹は
slightly.
出てないみたいですね。お腹が出るとこうなるんですね。
But looks like he doesn't have too big of a belly, because when you have that problem, then you tend to shift back on your heels.
で、これにね、
That's pretty okay.
そうですね。こちらの画面をちょっと見てい
I
ただ
mean,
き
it's
たいんですけど
optimum,
も
but okay.
So there is one more important element to this that we'd like to show you, so please take a look over here, the
こうして
graphs.
家族みんなのこうしてグラフが溜まっていきます。
As you play the game over time, you can actually build up your data and create your own personal graphs, as well as graphs for everyone in your family who's playing the game.
で、こうして
What is the dude doing with the Wiimote?
これを家族で見比べるっていうのは結構楽しいんですね。
And you can track it for several months, and so it becomes very fun to not only track your own progress, but to compare how you're doing in comparison to everyone else in your family.
これ僕ですけど最近ちょっと上がってましたね。
That was my own graph, but as you can see, it was going up a little
で
bit
これが
recently.
今スタッフの間ですごい流行っててですね、スタッフは毎日これで見比べながら開発をしてます。だからだいぶこうシェイプアップしてきましたみんな。
Now, this has gotten to be very popular with the development team that's working on the project, as they've been tracking their own data over time, and they've actually gotten into a contest to see who can be fittest, the fastest, and they're all actually getting quite slim. It's nice.
レジさんの方に戻りますけどね。
So we'll come back to you now, Reggie.
これでほら体重を表示されたら嫌だっていう人ありますよね。
Now, I'm sure some of you are probably thinking, I don't want to play a game that's going to put my body weight up on screen.
これはね、安心してください。表示するのは BMI っていう指数なんです、ね。
But you don't have to worry about that, because the number that's going to be displayed is not your body weight, but your body mass index, your BMI.
さあ、いくつでしょう。
Oh shit, Reggie! Well, it's probably the body mass index that I have right now too, so he should not be ashamed.
I think what's considered to be ideal.
I'm over optimum too.
Somewhere in the range of 22.
Just remember.
Yeah, I think I'm around 27 right now, so I feel for him. And let's be honest, most people don't have an optimum BMI.
じゃあ、今日はね、一緒にちょっとシェイプアップしましょう。
Well, let's see if we can't do a little exercise together here, Reggie.
Sure.
Now, I think for the sake of making this exercise interesting, it's only fair to turn this into a bit of a...
I mean, you have to give him some credits here,
So I think I can
because, I don't know, an Activision employee or an EA faggot would have never made that.
20 points wins.
So you have to give him some kudos for that.
Let's go ahead and stand on the balance boards.
What are we going to play, Bill?
It's going to be soccer. You'll see some soccer balls coming at you.
Oh, it's the soccer ball headbutting game.
Hit the balls as they come flying in.
That's a great
Keep your eye
game.
out for other things that may come flying in that you might not want to hit.
さあ、これで
I played that one a lot.
Yep. First one to 20 points.
Go, Reggie! Go, Reggie!
Uh-oh. This is close. Oh, Reggie's taking a quick lead. 15. 21. Oh my gosh, Reggie.
靴が飛んでくるんですよね、たまに。
Watch out for the cleats.
靴は避けないとダメなんです。
Yes, you gotta dodge the cleats or you're gonna be in trouble.
I mean, this is better than freaking Outlast 2. Let's be honest here.
Well, it looks like Reggie is completely dominating Mr. Miyamoto here. He's already up at 35.
I mean, we all know that Miyamoto can't play video games well.
さんの勝ちですね、これは。
That win yet?
Reggie the winner.
There goes the YouTube recording, by the way. I need to talk. La 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 la.
Thank you, Mr. Miyamoto. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
La 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 la. Did he just take Reggie's shoes?
I began today by saying I was happy.
No, you are.
Please understand, we're not close to being satisfied. This is a remarkable time for a remarkable industry. There's a huge reservoir of talent creative minds, and business minds fueling our growth. These skilled people work for many companies. But right now, there's also something else at work beyond creativity and salesmanship. It's called leadership. And this is Nintendo's moment to lead. What we've accomplished so far may have increased our market share within our industry, but that's just a secondary goal. Our primary target is much wider. There are 24 hours in every day, and only a small amount of time is available for leisure entertainment.
That's true.
Minute by minute, we intend to steal more of that time for video games. Look around. Podcasts and Flickr and Facebook, video blogs, MySpace, and YouTube. People are no longer satisfied just consuming entertainment. They insist on getting inside it. We are the ultimate interactive experience. The future should belong to all of us. And when that day comes, that video games are accepted as the preeminent form of leisure entertainment.
I mean,
by
yeah.
the greatest number of people over the greatest part of the world.
I guess
then
10 years later we can really say that it got
will we
accepted.
be happy. We might just be also satisfied. Thank you so much for your attention, and please enjoy E3.
Oh boy. What a terrible conference, like, man. Like, seriously, like, it has absolutely, I want to make one thing perfectly clear again. I'm not doing this right now to hate on Nintendo or something like that. You know, you have people saying that current E3 conferences are bad. You haven't seen anything yet. You have not seen anything yet, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder if I should go straight into the 2008 conference today. I'm just gonna kill myself. I'm not sure. I think the 2008 conference is not that long. I think I'm gonna do that one, and then I'm gonna go on that other website and try out streaming there, and I'm gonna show you some hentai visual novels. But yeah, there's still a video going on for YouTube. So yeah, that was the fucking E3 conference from Nintendo in the year 2007. It is extremely crazy if you think about, like, for who that was aimed. Like, your fucking casual dudes that want to play Wii Fit and everything, they didn't watch this. Because back in the day, first, this was not live streamed, and second, these videos only popped up on fucking GameSpot and stuff like that. What is crazy, so you can definitely understand why the hardcore fans were really mad about this conference, because let's be honest, it was a god-awful conference. Like, the gameplay that they showed was A, too short, and B, too bad. And they showed like, oh, you know what, we have Super Mario Galaxy coming out, but we're gonna show like 1 minute of footage. Like, it is crazy. And here you can see that Nintendo willingly got rid of all the people that made them Nintendo, and they exchanged their freaking fan base with the casuals. And what did the casuals do with the Wii U? Exactly, the casuals didn't give a fucking rat's ass about the Wii U. I'm gonna say it one more time. Nintendo, let's just go with like Nintendo sold 100 million Wiis. They sold way more than 100 million. I think they had like a 110 million or something like that. I'm not sure. But let's just go with 100 million Wiis. Nintendo sold 100 million Wiis. They were the key player in that generation. Now look at Wii U. It sold like 14 million. That's a decline of 86% of your fan base, of your base. Any other company would have died at that point. I'm gonna say it again. Let's say Sony sold 80 million PlayStation 3s, and the PlayStation 4 would only sell 6 million. It's pretty much the same thing. And I wish them the best with the Nintendo Switch. I wish them the best that the Nintendo Switch is getting more games besides Mario Odyssey and Zelda. But I don't see it, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't see it. I'm not a Nintendo hater, I want to make that clear. I like Nintendo, I like Nintendo games, I like my Marios, I like my Zeldas, I like my Metroids, I like my Donkey Kongs. But man, it's crazy to see. It is crazy to see. And you know, you say, you always have like people saying, you know, conferences are getting better, Nintendo is getting better in showing this stuff. No, they were always done. I'm going so far and say that there's not a single enjoyable E3 conference of Nintendo. Maybe the one from 2010 is semi-enjoyable because in 2010 they had the hardcore initiative. They noticed, oh, in 2007, 8 and 9 we only showed casual crap and the casual audience is not caring enough about our fucking things anymore. So you know what, we're gonna fucking go back to the hardcore people that we shitted on all the time. But yeah, for the YouTube recording, this will be it. I will obviously stay online a little bit more. But yeah, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for sitting here watching this shit with me. I hope the commentary wasn't as bad. But yeah, it was a pretty bad Nintendo conference. And yeah, like my goal is it to have like every conference on my fucking YouTube channel in the fucking last 15 years with some semi-commentary or something like that. But yeah, that was Nintendo's E3 2007 press conference. My name is Culture Candela, and I'm out of here. Have a nice day.